All right, how about now? You got me? 5 by 5, as they say. What's happening, man? All that chatter, and you guys didn't even get to hear a word of it. Oh, well. Anyway, listen, JT here in the studio again, and, we're doing what we do. And now you can hear me and shoot. Got, there you go. Everybody's telling me I didn't have it. Now I got it. So, anyway, good to be back. Welcome back to Studio 10-4 Live. Good to have you guys in with me. Hopefully, we get a lot more of you in here today. And today's show is brought to you by Pittsburgh Power and Time to Shine. Two great companies, great sponsors, been with us a long time. And I'm glad to have them back. A lot of folks tuning in from some of the groups that I posted to. I just want to say howdy to all you guys that are out there that are tuning in. I don't know who you are because in the groups you have to grant permission on Facebook to a Facebook group for it to allow me to see who you are. So anybody out there in a group, let me know who you are, and I would love to know who I'm talking to out there. So if you're tuning in from the studio, from our 10-4 Magazine Lounge, if you're tuning in from uh, Folsom Radio, if you're tuning in from any other group out there, let me know who you are. That way I can give you a shout out. Anyway, today's show is our Cover Trucker show, and we've got Cody Davis in the wings here, and hopefully Stephanie, the diesel addict herself, will be along as well to talk about the photo shoot and, of course, the history of where Cody and Stephanie first met, connected, and eventually got to do the shoot for the current edition of 10-4 magazine that y'all have by now since got and have probably up on the rack there somewhere. And of course, thankfully and just in time, we got Cody in for his moment here on the show before the new month rolls out, because the new magazine's coming out tomorrow. So you guys be looking for your magazine to be shipped out. Those of you that have subscriptions, if you don't have a subscription, best way to get 10-4 magazine, go to our website 10-4magazine.com and click on the subscribe tab up there and get your copy delivered to you monthly, and it will be delivered to you in a perfect clear plastic sleeve, just like it came off the press that day. It'll come to you. So great deal. You get a magazine one a month. We are a monthly publication, 12 issues per year. So I want to say howdy to everybody that I can see. Dave Anderson, D. Anderson, I'm assuming Dave, D. Anderson tuning in on YouTube. Nice to have you on board. Doug Miller, glad to have you there as well. Lissa, good to have you on board tonight. And Shannon, Miss Shan is on as well. And I know Dan's nearby listening too. Well, as many good things as we have happened, in our world, and there are a lot. I'm just going to say, it's not perfect, but it is life, and in life we suffer losses sometimes. And last week we encountered one of those losses, and I want to make mention of that. Friend of 10-4 magazine, cover trucker from May 2018, Miro Dragic, uh, who operated and owned a road transfer truck, Peterbilt 379, pulling the road transfer set. I'm sure a lot of you watching probably knew Miro, and those that will watch on the playback, you guys all knew who he was. I'm going to just kind of go through some photos here, and these are the photos that we shared back when we had him featured on the cover back in 2018. Miro passed away last week, overnight, of an apparent heart attack. So no telling really, how that went and what that was like. But Miro's physical presence is gone, but left to be remembered by all of us, especially at 10-4 magazine. Once a cover trucker, always a cover trucker and part of the family. And Miro was one of the first guys that I saw with an ultimate custom transfer setup that it just impressed the hell out of me. A lot of stuff, attention to detail that nobody else has or uses or does. And I don't know, a lot of this stuff came out of Miro's head or where he got the ideas, but I can tell you that as the sales manager of Rogue Truck Body, which I am, there's some very one-off, unique things on this truck and trailer that you won't see anywhere else. And the light bar that you're looking at right there on the trailer normally is mounted up here on the top. And he reversed it by building some fabricated brackets and then put a drop panel above it and dropped the light bar down low like he did on these custom fiberglass fenders. I mean, one thing after another on this truck that you just don't see. And yeah, he was dumping some money into that truck many, many times over, I'm sure. Tanker fenders featured all the way around. Um, Many cool things. Double J light brackets and blinker bars up there in the front. Big stacks. Dynaflex stacks, I'm sure. These particular stainless steel light bars on the tanker fenders on the truck. Those are unique. I don't know if they're one off anymore. I think some folks have copied them. I know that I did, although I did not do the stainless on my trailer, or on my truck, but looked pretty nice the way it was. And again, just on and on and on. And of course, as shot by Dan Linz back in the day when this cover was developed. So just want to say that from all of us at 10-4, to all of the Miro's family and his son, especially, who incidentally, as I understand it, is picking up the torch and carrying on. So you will be seeing the truck out and running and carrying on as it has many years with Miro Jr. Out doing his thing. So excited and happy to hear that. Uh, Beautiful truck and just one of a kind, one off, as was Miro. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You either liked Miro or you didn't, and that's the way it is for a lot of us. So I know there's both out there, but definitely a classic and one of a kind, one off gentleman, and certainly one off truck. So my condolences and all of our condolences from 10-4 to all of the family. Beautiful truck. And if you want to see more of that, certainly go back into the archives, which you can do. And you can look at this as well as any other past cover truck that's in there and check it out. In case you guys are wondering, this is what we called an articulating drawbar. We do not make them anymore. They were a one of a kind, served a purpose of a couple of things. One, because these guys, such as Miro, wanted to have these lowrider trucks and they ran with low leaf suspension. The only way they could back over a drawbar was to make this drawbar literally articulate and break in half so that it would lay flat on the ground, and then therefore the truck could back over it because the suspension was so low that you can see the differential of pumpkin right there and how low it was. Literally just had enough to get over the top of that drawbar when it was laying flat. God, there's so many things you see on this truck that are not, the standard build stainless steel skirts, the apron, the sides, the hinges up on the gate, stainless steel gate and sand shield. I mean, on and on and on. Just incredible attention to detail. So if you guys want to check it out, like I said, you can go to any page on the website and select a category, select a month for whatever you're looking for, and except for anything 2011 earlier, then you're going to want to click down here. So check it out, 104magazine.com. There's a lot there to be seen, a lot going on. Again, Miro, grab another gear, brother, and we'll see you down the road. Oh, nice. And Dan, I did not know that. So, jeez. So he has a new 389 pulling that set. I did not know that. So that's a new. And Clint Moore, of course, why not? From Kansas City Peterbilt. Guy builds so many West Coast trucks. It's unbelievable how many Clint builds and gets out here. So incredible. Again, howdy to everybody that's tuning in. All you guys that are saying hi. I don't know who you are, meaning I can't see who you are. Your name's not being revealed to me. And if you would just put your name in there on the greeting, on another greeting, so I know who I'm saying hi to. I'd really like that, and I can give you a shout out. Yeah, Doug Miller, don't have social media anymore. You know what? It's a necessary evil for some of us, and it is sometimes a blessing. It does have its place. It does do good things, and it does a lot of crazy things too. So, yeah, I don't blame you for bailing out on that. YouTube's not a bad way to go though, to keep the video going, and other things that you want to keep track of. Chad Violet, what's going on there, man? Yeah, I appreciate that, Chad. Good to have you on board. Chad, of course, a contributor to Temp 4 magazine in the past, and of course, as of last year, driving for Roadworks, driving their signature show truck that they bring around to all the new all the truck shows to feature all their gear and everything, and show the latest that Roadworks has designed and put on trucks and got available for everybody out there. So be sure and tell them we gave you a plug there, Chad, and Roadworks, and make them feel good for us, would you? Appreciate that. Listen, you guys probably are wondering, where's Cody? Well, he's right here. And better than that, I'm going to bring the man in right now in the real life. And there he is, Cody Davis, our July 2023 cover trucker. What's going on, Cody?
Not much, just living the dream.
Yeah, you are, man. It's like everywhere I turn around, there's some new paper, magazine, something with yourself on the cover.
Yeah, there's the moving out one I didn't even know about. Somebody sent that to me, so that was kind of cool to see here this last week.
Well, I'm going to claim you and say you were. We had you first.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate that. Congratulations, and man, it must be exciting to be you, and be out there. You're getting a lot of chatter on the radio and people calling out to you and saying howdy.
Oh yeah, I mean we all kinds of people on the radio every time you stop at the truck stop, or I mean, even the truck sitting down in St. George at PDI, and I get pictures of kids taking pictures in front of the truck while it's sitting, while I'm not even around. So pretty neat.
That is, well, and Mr. Mojito, as Dan just shared with everybody. There it is. Bubba, good to have you on the show, man, and congrats, y'all. If you're looking for a job and you're in the neck of woods of where Bubba Branch is at, he's looking for a good driver. So give Bubba a call and see if you can get behind the wheel of one of those trucks down there in Florida somewhere, running the big heavy stuff. We met Cody, myself. I met you at Trucking for Kids, I think, 2 years ago, and that was the first time we actually got to meet in person. But your truck, I mean, it kicked butt there, and it's just been kind of doing that ever since, and everywhere else it goes, right?
Yeah, it's this last year has really taken off pretty much since Trucking for Kids. Pretty much it kind of took off from there.
Now, when did you have the mishap on this truck? Because you peeled back the roof on the trailer and something. What else? What did you do to that?
Well, we were out east, and there was the bridge said it was 14.2, and my trailer's 14, but there was something hanging down off that bridge, and yeah, it peeled it back a little bit.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, what do you do, right? You try to get through, and
I about pulled over on the side of the road and cried. That's what I about did.
Well, listen, there's never a good time to have a mishap, and being that you're such a supporter of all these shows, you're always out and about and showing and competing. Yeah, it's just there's never a good time. So, how's things now? Everything back together and looking good?
Everything's back together. Everything's matched back up and running.
Good deal. All right. Well, so the truck itself now, I mean, like I said, it did real well in Irwindale, and of course, introduced us to you and you to us, and got the ball rolling. But Stephanie had already kind of found you, right? So wasn't she sort of eyes on you already somewhere along the way?
Yeah, well, she kind of found me in the Great Salt Lake show, which is coming up here in a couple weeks. She found the truck there, but I never actually got to talk to her. She took some pictures and that of it. And then I ended up going to Trucking for Kids later. It was October that year, I think, when TFK was. And that's when I really kind of met her, met you guys. And yeah, we went from there.
And now here you are, you're making the cover of everything in sight. So you're gonna run out of ink and paper, man.
It's been a good year, definitely, for sure.
Well, so with all this notoriety, I mean, are you seeing anything in bottom line increases, more business, things?
Not really more business. I mean, we got all contract work, pretty much what we do stuff. But I mean, just like getting my trailer polished out, and those guys kind of sponsoring me, and I-29 Customs, Leroy, they've really stepped in and helped me out in a bunch of places, and then PDI, of course. They helped build the truck, and they've really helped me out a lot.
So let's talk about performance on that truck. What are we doing in there? I know you can't tell me what's happening right now, but tell me what it was doing before. Any new additions and tweaks to it. What was happening underneath that
Well,
hood?
since it was brand new, I mean, we drove it from the factory, Seattle, straight to PDI. We ripped the exhaust off. We put on the PDI exhaust manifold, the Dynaflex kit. We put on the air intake, and we put the tuner on it right from the factory. So it's always been, a little more than a stock truck. And then now, we're upgrading to the dual oil cooler, which those have been amazing, especially where we haul heavy. Anybody that's heavy hauling in this heat, I mean, that new dual oil cooler for the newer trucks is just awesome.
Yeah. Well, the newer trucks run hot anyway, so it's like you got to fight to keep them cool. So anything you can do to get that temperature down anywhere you can is definitely a win. You're not losing horsepower and you're not losing performance by doing that. So those are good things. Um, and what how's here's the other thing too. You're not driving something that's really like aerodynamic by any means, and it's probably the one of the least favorable for fuel mileage out there. How's it doing with the upgrade in performance? You guys getting a little more?
Yeah, we do get a little more. I mean, I've been running my other two trucks, kind of comparing them, and with those upgrades that we've gotten with PDI, we're probably a good 3/4 to a mile to gallon better. Which, I mean, when we're running like we do, I mean that's a lot. That's a lot of change.
Yeah, well, it all adds up. So, what you'll have to do is let us know, because one of the things that you get for being the cover truck feature guy this month from Pittsburgh Power, they're going to send you a gallon of max mileage, their liquid fuel catalyst. That it's an additive. You can add it to any diesel truck, gas burning, anything. It doesn't matter. This stuff is like the magic juice for everything. I'd love to hear the stories afterwards if you notice any performance increase and also miles per gallon. I would love to hear about it. Bruce Mallinson over there preaches gospel on this stuff, that it really does work. So I love hearing the real
Sure.
world stories on it.
Yeah, we'll try it out for sure.
Right on. And then Evan will be sending you over some polish and stuff to get her looking pretty again.
She always needs to look prettier.
No, not Evan.
The truck does.
Evan don't need nothing. He's got the calendar girls over there to you can put one of them next to Evan. Evan will always look better. That's that's how he gets around that. So where are you at today? I know we had that conversation, but tell everybody where you're at and what's up, what you're doing.
We're just out in Colorado, Glenwood Springs. We had a family get together here. My grandparents passed away a while ago, and we just finally able to gather the family together to come spread their ashes on a ranch that they used to own down here. So first time the whole family's been together since like 2000, I think, and it was pretty wild. So it's been a fun week.
And everybody, just so you know, I mean, this wasn't like a half a dozen people together family. This was how many people all in all?
We were about 60, 65 people. I mean, we kind of took over the place. So
the Davises have rolled into town. You needed that truck of yours just to bring everybody out there.
Yeah, we had a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, family reunions are fun. We had one here at my place where I did have the half a dozen people back in June, and it was nice to get everybody together and enjoy some time. Which, you know, it's, with a group of 65 people, you're sure going to probably be meeting some for the first time, probably too, right?
There was a lot. I mean, the grand some of the I guess great grandkids and great grandkids. Yeah, it was the first time they got a meet
Yeah.
each other. So
Yeah, these are our family. Everybody knows everybody, but we don't get to see each other often enough, and that was nice to be able to do that. So, what's coming up next? Where are you going to be going and showing?
we're actually gonna be with Dan in Salt Lake here in a couple weeks. So we'll be down there, and then I was talking with you. We got a crazy September, which it sucks because that's our busy time of the year. But we're gonna go do some big shows. We're gonna go Nacogdoches down to Old Town Rigdown. We got G Bats coming up in Joplin, which is, I mean, you
Yep,
guys know that's just a huge show.
we'll be there.
And then we got Souza. Can't forget CG. We gotta go hang out with CG out there. And
Yep.
then the last one we'll probably do is the Las Vegas Large Car Invitational, which is going to be an awesome show in October there at NASCAR.
Well, and that one, because it's not everybody can just go and show, invitational only. So tell us about that a little bit.
Well, we've actually been working on the design for the flyer and stuff today. I've been talking with them too, trying to get that all squared away. And yeah, it was kind of just invitational. I mean, they've reached out to a bunch of people they wanted to come down to their show. You know, they kind of had their pick of the litter being that late in the year, so they got to see all the nice trucks throughout the year, which is kind of cool. And I mean, it's going to be a NASCAR, so it's just going to be a wild weekend. I mean, just absolutely wild. So,
Well, I would love to be there, and I know Dan and I spoke about it too. I don't know if that's in the cards, but I think it would be a lot of fun to be there and check that out. Certainly, Las Vegas, anything is pretty much a go in my book. So,
yeah. Well, we did Oktoberfest last year in Las Vegas, and that's kind of how I got involved with those people that are putting it on this year. They put on the Oktoberfest show, and it was an awesome show. And they just wanted to do something a little bigger, a little more Vegas, I guess. So
yeah.
that's what we're doing.
Well, sounds like fun. I wish and I hope, and you guys out there, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but I would love to see a Vegas show again as we used to have back in the old days, and indoor, which is fine. Um, because outdoor generally it's just too stinking hot. So, but indoor and 2 3 day show, whatever, a couple of days would probably do it. But we used to have a good show there, man. It was good. Just not in the cards, and for many reasons why it didn't last and work out. And frankly, with so many truck shows now in the year anyway, it's probably okay. But that being said, I would still like to see a Las Vegas show happen. So, guys out there, if you know people in the biz, man, push for it and see if you can get something shaking and people listening. Maybe this one that you're going to be doing is going to be happening. Take a moment here just to say howdy to everybody that's tuning in. Looks like we got Magini tuned in over there in Riverdale. Yeah, good to have you on the show. Don't know which ones, if it's the Ned or Raj or whoever's watching, but good to have you guys. Josh, I'm not sure which Josh, but Colton, good to have you on there. Frank, Pete Henderson, and there's others as well that I can't see. I don't know who you are, but if you're watching from 10-4 Magazine Lounge group or Folsom Radio, put your name into your comments, and that way I know who you are, and we can shout out to you. You got a busy schedule here, man, between now and the end of the year. When you going to get some work done?
Oh, man, we work all in between the shows. That just makes it that much worse trying to get them cleaned up and that.
I was going to say them cows are worth a lot more money now, right?
Oh man, this year is crazy. This year is nuts. They are high.
So now, do you have any other trucks going besides this one? Tell me a little bit about your business model.
Yeah, I got two other trucks, two other drivers that run with me. Kiko. He's out of Lubbock, Texas. He drives the black and yellow one, the Bumblebee truck.
Uh-huh.
And I got another guy that works for me out of Wyoming, Evanston, Wyoming, Skyler, and he drives, we call Huckabee. It's a gray and purple truck around. And yeah, they're both out earning their keep right now. So
good. That's what you call your support team right there.
Absolutely. I mean,
you're
I
out
got the best drivers out there. I mean, they're both guys that are experienced and know what they're doing, and it's hard to get those these days. And they're
I
awesome.
have these conversations all the time, and you are correct. It is not easy to find good guys with good wheel hands to run your equipment, man. When you find one, you keep them.
Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad that we're going to be able to connect. You and I will see each other in September at GBATS. You're going to see Dan and Shan in Salt Lake in a couple of weeks, so they'll be at that one. And then we'll see you in Turlock down there for CG Souza, the Souza Memorial. And then after that, man, there's one more show for me, and that's going to be down there in Dixon, California. And most of us will be at that one too for one of the last shows of the year, if not the last show of the year. But got some great shows coming up. GBATS is going to be off the hook. I think this is going to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest ever.
It was crazy 2 years ago, so I can't even imagine what it'll be this year.
And Bubba knows, even though he got a little brain in there instead of Brian, but that's okay, man. Bubba, we know what you meant, man.
Getting in Bubba's trucks, man. His truck's for sale. Somebody ought to go jump on that.
Hey, Bubba, what's going on with that, man? What are you doing?
That's an awesome machine.
He's going in. You're going to sell that and go in deep on a new truck or what, man? That was surprising to see that happen. But you know what? Yeah, I know. Bubba says Brian fat fingers. I hear you, bro. Trust me, it happens all the time on my end too. I mean, you guys build these trucks out. I mean, let's talk about it for a minute. What's this, in your opinion? What's the shelf life of a show truck?
Well, this first time I've really built a truck like this. I mean, my other trucks, my model was every 3 years I was upgrading, but that was before these prices went through the roof. So
yeah,
now I'm kind of reverting back to rebuilding the truck. So
yeah,
I mean, it's just crazy the way these prices are now. You can hardly afford to get into one.
Well, and then the other part of it too is can you get into one that you want? Because for one, there's no more 389s, and the 900 is getting close to the end of the line too.
Yeah, they still got a few more years. It was a better truck, so they're going to keep building it.
Listen to that! Whoa, hey, easy, buddy. Hey, I'm supporting both, man. I'm supporting
That's right. They're the same underneath. You take the hood off, and they're the same truck.
Yeah, what's funny about it though, when you talk to those guys and they're at the same show, they're under one flag, but two divisions, and boy, don't they let you know it, man.
Oh yeah.
It might be PACCAR, but it's Peterbilt versus Kenworth.
Yep.
and it's just kind of, I don't know. It's funny. I mean, competition breeds a lot of good things, but those guys are downright vicious about it, man. They really are prideful of what they do in each division. I mean, that's probably a good thing, but the 389 gone by the way. The whole 300 series, it's over, no more. So at least Kenworth's keeping the 900 series going,
For now they are, anyways. I mean,
yeah.
That's why we started building Kenworths, because there was always Peterbilt and everybody was Peterbilt this. So we kind of want to be a little bit different. There's a ton of way nice Kenworths, don't get me wrong, but there just wasn't as many. So that's kind of why we went with W9s instead of Peterbilts.
Well, and listen, I was a Peterbilt guy, but I love the Kenworths. I mean, they just have a different look about them. It just, when I see a Kenworth, especially the big W9 like that with that studio sleeper on it and everything, it just, to me, it just breathes big truck, 24/5 tall rubber. Let's go down the road, man. Give me some gears and legs and go.
Yeah.
And that's how they are now. And how tall are you, Cody?
I'm 6'2".
You're still okay. So tell me, you got enough leg room in there? You good?
Yeah. I mean, I've always had to drop my seat and kind of slide it back, but yeah, I've never had a problem with leg room. I mean, my dad has a 389, and I go drive it, and I'm way more comfortable in my 900 than I am that 389.
The 900, it has the floor in it like the old Peterbilts used to have. The floor kind of sits up a little bit. Hey, Stephanie just tuned in. So anyway, there you go. Yeah, Steph, I was wondering what happened to you there, and I'm sorry you're not here with us. We sent Steph the link at the same time as we did Cody, and she's out chasing trucks and doing her thing. So have fun out there. Stay safe, huh? And she's wishing you congratulations, Cody, and saying thanks for the opportunity. I don't know if you can see that at the
Yeah,
bottom
I
there.
can. We had a good time when she come up to shoot the truck there.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, next time, Stephanie, we'll get you in then, I hope. And thanks for dropping in on us and at least giving us a shout out. Well, let's take a minute here and look at some of these photos. You know, if you guys haven't seen them, I don't know where you've been looking, but they're up. They're on the website, of course. The magazine's been out all month. And today's not the last day for the website. It usually takes us a day or two or whatever to get everything updated. So I think you still have some life left in there, Cody, for July. And unfortunately, let's talk about those ribs.
Oh,
What are we talking about?
oh, when Steph come up, I smoked some Wagyu ribs for her, so
Oh,
she got talked. So now Dan's coming up to Salt Lake. I talked to him, and we might figure out how to get a smoker down there to Salt Lake because I have some more ribs and briskets, some Wagyu in the freezer. So,
well, now you're making me jealous. Yeah, I haven't done anything in the smoker. It's just, I've been too busy and except back in June when I had the family out and we did a bunch. But yeah, maybe this weekend I think I need to get out there and get some meat in the smoker. Now, who did all the polishing again? Tell us. I know you said earlier, but who did it all?
Express Pressure Wash out of Napa, Idaho. They did all that, and it took 4 guys about 2 weeks. They say they can do it in about a week, which I've seen them do. So, I mean, I gave it to them for a good amount of time so they could make sure to get it done right, and they knocked it out of the park. They did an awesome job.
And you keeping it up?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work. It takes about 10 hours of hand cleaning for a show, just the trailer when I'm by myself. So, I mean, I
need roadies, man.
All these bigger guys at the shows to get their whole crews out there, and I'm over
Yeah.
there by myself.
Yeah, you know what, man? When I was showing, I didn't have roadies or groupies. It was me, and let me tell you, when I was done, I was freaking worn out, man.
Oh man, I tell you. Well, the Shell Rotella show up in Gillette was the first show. It was right after these pictures that I showed that trailer polished out, and I cleaned it the day before all by hand by myself. And I actually sunburned my eyeballs, which I didn't even know you could sunburn your eyes, and I did, staring at that, cleaning it all day.
Oh man, yeah, it's like snow blind. You get polish blind.
Oh man,
Uh,
that's
no,
when your polish is on point, though. So
yeah, it looks good. I love this night shot, man.
yeah, those are really really nice shots. They turned out amazing.
Yeah, these did. Nice job, Stephanie. Nice job, Stephanie. Yeah, looks good, man. Looks really good. Another great shot. Well, I think she did a great job capturing that truck and making it look good. And thanks for what you do and making us all look good, Cody. You do a good job out there, buddy.
Yeah, we try. That picture was kind of cool because there was actually 3 or 4 moose walking across the river out there behind the truck. You can't see them, obviously, but
oh yeah. Oh, that's a pretty cool one. You got a fly fisherman back there on top of you.
yeah, that was a pretty neat little ranch. We got permission from some guys up there just north of my house to go up there and shoot under it.
Look at that. K5LA, buddy.
That's right.
I
They
know that
sound real
horn.
good bouncing off the front of that trailer.
I know that train horn well, let me tell you. The nickname of that horn is the 12-mile horn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some horn setup right there. I remember when I bought mine and I ended up selling it because I didn't need it. I sold my trucks and I never got that mounted on my truck. I never took the time to get it in there. Anyway, those things are going for like $3,000 now.
Yeah. I got mine right before they went up. So I was happy.
Yeah. I mean, I sold mine for like 1,500, I think.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah,
think
but
they
and
bought
I
those for around 2 grand before
yeah,
they really went up.
yeah, and guys were giving me grief for asking so much money for the horns. I had them all glass beaded and ready to polish or paint, whatever you were going to do, right?
Yeah.
And cleaned up with new diaphragms and O rings, everything all redone. And these guys were giving grief, and Eric Sieben got in the conversation and says, "Hey, look, you know what? If you don't like it, just shut up.
Yeah.
Guys, leave the guy alone." Big E, thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Guys were beating me up over the damn thing. I think those guys were saying now you go to anywhere and buy them for $300. Like, you know what? This ain't no Chinese
Yeah.
knockoff wannabe horns. These are the real deal.
Those are
Name
good horns.
times.
I need to get mine to where they're actually running at the 150 psi where they're meant to run instead of the 128 the truck's running at.
Oh yeah, I had a big compressor in my shop, so yeah, I had the full air amount going into them things. So we got the family here. Nice picture. You got young son there. Is he wanting to follow in Dad's footsteps, or you got other plans for him?
He likes go riding around. He was actually out this summer with me for a couple weeks, and he's more of a builder. He likes building things, so that's kind of what he always says he wants to go do is build things. And I mean, to each their own.
Well, maybe he'll be building trucks.
He could be, but he loves building stuff. So.
And what about your daughter? What is she up to?
She's into everything. That girl, she's really amazing. She's super big into geology, rocks and stuff, like her mom. Her mom's my wife. She's an archaeologist from school, so I mean they're really into Indian stuff, arrowheads, all
Uh-huh.
that, petroglyphs. We drive all over the country to see petroglyphs. I mean, we go all over the world. We've been to see just older ruins like Aztec stuff and Mayan stuff down in the south. And just they're awesome girls that aren't afraid to get dirty, and they're just awesome.
She's the female Indiana Jones, huh?
Oh man, she my wife is she loves. I call her a paleo Indian because
Uh-huh.
she's always barefoot running around out somewhere looking at something. I mean, she's just awesome. I mean,
Well,
outdoorsy as you can get.
that's awesome. Love a girl that it's not afraid to get her hands dirty and get outside and do stuff.
Oh man, it's
So,
awesome. It's really nice to have, and
yeah,
I mean, she's
good
great.
deal. Hey, I want to take a minute just to say again, howdy to everybody. We've got some more folks tuning in. You guys are saying hi to us, and I want to tell you, if you would do me a favor, whoever just said hi, John Testa, just now, put your name in the next line of text so I know who you are, and I'll shout back at you. Somebody else also said howdy to Cody, and somebody out there just said hi there. And if you guys are wondering why it does that, when you are on a group on Facebook watching, oh hi Cindy, good to have you. Yeah, Cindy, nice to have you. When you're watching in a group, you have to grant permission for the group to allow us to see who it is that you are. And it's a privacy thing because some groups are private, some are not. Ours and are private, and that way we keep all the garbage out, or we try to, anyways. But yeah, anyway, that's it. So Annette, Cindy, Richard, nice to have y'all tuning in. Appreciate you guys watching the show and hanging out with us here, talking to Cody Davis, our current July 2023 cover truckers. So, all right, Cody, good catching up. And listen, I think this is probably the most we've talked since we met. I'm afraid we didn't get to do a trucking for kids this year due to me being not healthy enough to go out there and do it. But I'll be back, and in fact, health wise, I'm doing great. Everybody, just want to let everybody know things are good, and I'll be around a long time. So we'll look forward to seeing you soon, and I'll see you in September in Joplin, Missouri at GBATS.
Well,
Dan says, last days, buddy, enjoy. So there it is.
absolutely.
Make
The amount of kids that send, or not kids, but their parents send me pictures of the kids holding the magazine or putting a poster up on the wall. I mean, it's been cool.
Oh, you know what? When somebody tells you they've got your centerfold on the wall in their garage or their shop or office or
Yeah.
whatever, it's a little bit weird, isn't it?
I don't know if it's weird, but it's cool. I mean, it's really neat. So, I mean,
It was, for me, it was a little weird when one of the guys I used to truck with, and I didn't really know him, but we ran together in the valley, and he said that to me. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Anyway, good to talk to you. Good to get caught up, and stay safe out there. Enjoy the family time, the family reunion, and we'll look for you soon. I know Dan and Shan will be seeing you here soon in Salt Lake, and you stay safe out there, and go out there and win some more for you.
yeah, you too. Have a good one, John.
All right, Cody, take care, man.
Yep, you too.
Thanks to Cody Davis for sharing some time there and away from his family today. He's there in Colorado enjoying a family reunion and paying respects to his grandpa and grandma that passed away. And again, as he said, they passed away quite a while ago. They're just taking care of getting everybody together to celebrate them now at this point and have a family reunion. So thanks, Cody, again for taking the time to join us here today on Studio 10-4 Live. All right, everybody, listen, appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for being here as always. By the way, Kate Morrow Whiting, Kate, Cherry Pie, as a lot of y'all know, her truck will be on next week, and I need to get working with the other two guys that I want to have on the show as well from the Kenworth side of things. But we're going to have Kate on the show next week, so guys, be sure and tune in for that and get somebody much better looking than me in here, and enjoy and have a good time, man. I can't wait to get Kate in here and talk to her. She was a great interview when we first met in Louisville, and she introduced me to her truck and showed us Cherry Pie and what that truck was and all the cool things that she and her people did to it. So. And she's done pretty well with that truck this year again. So congratulations, Kate, on doing well, making us all look good. Appreciate that. Till next week, you guys, stay tuned. Again, new magazine's coming out. Be coming out tomorrow, actually. So the new magazine will be out. You guys check the racks wherever you're at that you get your magazine at and see if it's in there. If you have trouble finding 10-4 magazine, go to 10-4magazine.com. Click on the subscription tab up at the top where it says subscribe, and get yourself hooked up, man. Get that subscription going. It's the best way to do it. Best way to get 10-4 magazine. It'll get mailed to you every single month, and it's only $60. It's just covering the cost of postage and them putting it into the clear plastic sleeve that they put it into when they send it out. So. Appreciate you guys. Thanks to Pittsburgh Power, of course, maker of Max Mileage, and of course Evan Stagger and Time to Shine Evans Detail and Polishing for being such great guys and sponsors and helping us be here. Check them all out. Go to GoShineOn.com for Evan and Pittsburgh Power for Max Mileage. All right, guys. Subscribe now. Hey, Dan, the man. Yeah, let's get that out there here real quick. So our 30th anniversary celebration is going to be happening here. Dan, are we talking September, right? So you're saying next month, or are we talking September, if I'm not mistaken? So get subscribed, and that way you get that next edition that will come out in September. All right, y'all, take care. Bubba, good luck finding a driver, and somebody will buy that truck. I can't imagine it being out there too awful long. If you're going to spend some money on a new truck, you may as well buy one that everything in the world that could possibly be done to it is done to it, rather than go and start with a new truck. I don't know. Depending on what you're doing, it might be a good fit. And that's a beautiful truck. So nothing but a phase, huh? Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. All right, y'all, take care. Keep shiny side up. John out for a while until next week. Take care, everybody.